It's not obvious yet, but the same game plan that took Solana from $10 to $250 is planned for Sui this cycle. Since 95% of people in crypto lose money and only 5% makes it, in order to make money you actually have to think differently. And here is my plan to make millions in upcoming Sui pump. Hi, I'm Stan. I made multiple 7 figures this cycle without holding any Ethereum or Bitcoin. And as always, you come here for nothing but the truth. To figure out why I bought $40,000 worth of Sui Memecoins, we need to understand what Sui is, why it's actually going to repeat the story of Solana and be the best VC's pump and dump of this cycle. If you want to see my wallet and meme coins I actually bought, make sure to watch this video till the end. Who else is actually showing you their wallet publicly without having any other hidden wallets? Like this video and subscribe to this channel if you would like to receive this type of content moving forward. In order to understand the current situation with Sui, we have to check out the drop step. We have to see how much money they actually fundraised. And we can go into the fundraising tab and we can see that they essentially fundraised $385 million right here. And in order to take profits on this type of liquidity that was put into this project, VCs, investors, they actually need to create liquidity, and they will be creating liquidity with marketing. They know that right now is not the great time to do that because we are not in the alt season. Players on the marketplace, like current players, they don't want to buy into altcoins VC pop and dumps because they do understand that they are receiving allocations on a daily basis and they're just dumping them on the marketplace. At the same time, they have to create liquidity eventually, and you don't need $400 million to build another blockchain. Most of these funds, as usually with any type of tech startups, they're going to go into marketing. They're going to go into Poseidon retail. This is new technology. This is based on Move development language, is something very, very great and something very, very nice. So buy into Sui so we can dump on you. I'm willing to ride this train moving forward into the cycle. There are many people speaking about Sui. There are some meme coin degens who are packing their profits into Sui. There are interesting limiting beliefs about Sui and meme coins on the market that I would like to actually cover on this video as well. And on top of everything I mentioned, I also have some insights about Sui, about the situation that is happening, and about the fact that it has higher chance than other projects on the marketplace to become a Solana pump and dump VC scam of this cycle as well. Therefore, I'm betting on it because I think it's a pretty nice bet. The only issue that it might be a long-term one, as following recent price action, we see that Sui got savagely dumped. So it was at $2 and at like 70 cents on the course of 1 week, on the course of 7 days. Allocations got savagely dumped, but that also means that maybe VCs with paper hands, they don't have a lot of allocation at this stage moving forward, and currently they will be waiting, or currently is a pretty nice price to be entering into the asset. I'm not doing that, and I'm not even entering longs on this asset as well. One interesting thing about Sui is the fact that it's called not very meme friendly chain in the first place, and I view this as limiting belief. At this stage, pretty much I have the bone in my body, the bone of counter trading the market sentiment. If a lot of people are sure about something, I'm counter trading like the first one, 100%. And even if some cases you would be wrong, most times you would essentially be right, or you would get outsized returns, just because statistically it generally is a better thing to perform actions like that, right? So let's actually figure out, is Sui not a meme-friendly chain in the first place? And should you not be buying meme coins? Maybe you're better worse just buying some altcoins, just longing Sui or buying Sui yourself, right? There are very, very specific reasons behind the meme coins I actually bought. Make sure to watch till the end. Subscribe to this channel not to miss alpha meme coin updates moving forward. So speaking about Sui, there is a sentiment that it's not a very meme friendly chain, right? We also see like largest meme fund, the pocket, did 5x recently from the lows of February and to the highs of March. And we also see that it was some type of probably like pre-sale garbage pump and dump, because like just straight candle the first day, that's not something that usually is happening with organic memes, right? If we would check out Sui Coin, which is the second largest meme on Sui, we would probably see a more organic price action. Yeah, so we can see that it launched, then it went up and it was surging up really nicely from the end of February till tops of March, 12x's. Not so bad for a meme coin if you would actually ask me. And in terms of the bottom of the whole thing, we can see that it had done 12,000 x's. Yeah, that's just crazy, but not a lot of people probably were buying this Sui Memecoin here. So this is more of something of an organic price action at this stage. And we can see the top volume coins currently, most of them, they are meme coins or they are dexes. Dexes are essentially casinos for your meme coins because people are trading meme coins on dexes. So we can definitely see certain price action happening. Certain volumes are happening with meme coins on Sui. And I always see this type of sentiment as something with asymmetric upside because it blocks certain people from buying Sui meme coins at this stage. And I will be buying them as well. To finalize the whole thing, before we would essentially come to exact meme coins and transactions in my wallets as well, I do understand that I might be sitting in my Sui meme coins and pretty much just freeze this liquidity for quite some time as well. But I don't want to move further into this cycle without any exposure to Sui. I want to have exposure. I was longing this thing, I got liquidated. And even with me longing, if I would put like this 40k on 3x leverage at 120k exposure, well, it's still pretty nice, but I'm willing to play a more digit game, a more risky game, because no one on the marketplace currently is actually buying Sui meme coins. It's being viewed as something that the chain is not made for in the first place. This is where I see upside, and I think that I would be able to receive a larger upside with me buying into these meme coins without the option to get liquidated. Because the worst thing that might actually happen to you at this stage of the market, because we're still somewhat early before the latest explosive moves, right, is to lose your liquidity. Obviously, with memes you can also lose your liquidity, but if you're buying close to the bottom, you should be alright. And now I will share my wallet with transactions and the meme coins that I actually bought. There are very specific and interesting reasons for me buying exactly these meme coins. I will share them shortly. Let me know if you actually agree with my picks in the comments and if you think that this tactic is something worth following in the current market structure. Or is it like pure degeneracy? We are going to zero, meme coins are going to zero, there is nothing fundamental about them, there is no way to make money in them, and you can't actually do nothing with meme coins. You should sit in projects like IMX for 15 months, being down 20% and just waiting for the alt season, right? First is FAT. So I don't like FAT at this stage, unfortunately, much, just because of the fact that it seems like some type of VCs pump and dump. So as mentioned to you in one of the previous videos, there are already smart VCs who are actually understanding the meta and they're trying to launch largest coins on chain. And unfortunately, they also hold a bunch of the supply. I was checking out FAT, I was checking out on-chain data. Yeah, there are a bunch of people who are holding like hundreds of thousands of dollars in this thing, right? And what actually helps us to understand that this is something like this is the fact that fully diluted valuation is 3 times larger than the current market cap, something that you don't want to actually see on the meme coins, right? And this initial price action, some type of airdrop and things like that. And there were also large influencers speaking about FAT already. So from one point of view, they were pumping it and it's fine and it's alright. And it probably will be safer because they will probably continue to talk about these things. On the other hand, your returns are definitely limited. And it's not like very organic in the first place, right? We see that Ansem is following this profile, but that just tells us nothing pretty much. And we see that FAT the Pug is actually quite active on different conferences. There were people in Paris, I think, in the costume of FAT the Pug, and it's quite funny meme in the first place. One thing I like about this meme is because there is a saying in crypto, buy the FAT, right? Buy the FAT when someone is FATing the project that people are emotionally selling, right? There is a saying, buy the FAT. And buy the FAT means buy FAT the Pug. So from this point of view, it's quite interesting. So as a meme, it definitely has some vitality. You kind of can say that we are close to the bottom at this stage. This is exactly where I think I was entering yesterday, right? But there again, bunch of people, insiders who are buying this thing way lower than currently. We might be going lower, no one knows. Here are the transactions on my wallet. I cannot show you the exact wallet because it's actually on different Mac, right? Here are the transactions. I have $25,000 so far that I pretty much just bought yesterday, right? Moving forward, next thing is Sui Coin. HSUI, right? And if you're from the West, like Sui Coin and things like that, and this portrait seems like Luna from Dota 2, right? And the thing about this thing, why I like it, is because Sui in general is Asian project. It's an Asian team in the first place, therefore it definitely should have certain Asian coverage into the whole project as well. It's actually quite bullish because I do believe that some things that Asia will be focusing on this cycle, they will be doing quite well. And we definitely see more organic price action here, and it also was launched later than FAT the Puck, right? So we see that it launched at 31st of December, so around New Year, which is pretty interesting, right? And we definitely see a better and organic price action. Double top, correcting, and currently we're surging up. So HSUI, Sui Coin is the only thing that is going up in between all of the Sui Memecoins. And I like this thing because it's essentially organic in the first place. It's not born dead, right, in the first place. I'm even thinking on actually swapping all of my FAT the Puck and some other memes into this one, into Sui Coin, and just going in hard on Sui Coin in the first place. The reason I'm not doing it at this stage is because liquidity is only 200k. So I would be significantly pushing the price if I would be doing something like that currently. But that's actually the thought that came into my mind recording this video. And that's actually one of the reasons why I'm doing this channel in the first place, because it's like a journal for me. That's a thing of how I'm making sure I'm in the market on a daily basis. Because if I have to do daily videos for you, I have to be in the market on a daily basis. So it actually has quite nice personal ROI in the first place. We see that Gustavo, Chief Digital Officer of Crypto Banter, is following this Twitter page as well. They're somewhat active, yeah, so they're posting something. I don't know what is Sui Coin. It's probably some anime Asian thing. I never watched anime because I know how women smell. But yeah, in general, for Asian guys, for crypto people who are sitting in the homes, jerking off and constantly trading meme coins, I think this anime pick might be quite interesting. So it's probably something from Pokemon based on this GIF, and I know it from my childhood. So let's see how well this thing would be doing. It looks nice. It's definitely like cute, this type of animal, anime, Asia, Kun, you know, Lady Boy, and all these things. All right, moving forward. Last but not least, yeah, in terms of my wallet, I actually bought only 10k of Sui Coin at this stage, right? Yeah, I'm actually really considering just swapping all of my FAT and some other things into Sui Coin because I think it's actually an organic meme and FAT probably just has too many insiders. Well, the same thing as we have with Sui, right? If you are buying Sui, you would also be buying bags of insiders, bags of VCs and some other guys who were able to privately invest into the whole thing. Last but not least is SCB, something that I bought, which is Sakabam. OG meme built on Sui, native meme coin on Sui network. Gustavo is also following this page. So I don't know much about this thing. Some type of bird on the ox or something. So yeah, looks nice. Hokages of the meme coin village. That's classic. You pretty much use like all the... This is how you're actually getting scammed on these like shady projects. They're saying that, oh, it's the same as that project, so buy into this project. Or like, I'm holding Pepe, that's why buy into this pump and dump scam project that I hold and I'm going to dump on you. That's exactly the same situation. But I didn't buy it because of its Twitter page, because they're actually not that active. Yeah, they post something on a daily basis, so it's still nice. The reason I bought into this thing is because it's actually one of the first ones. So if we remember the previous meme, Sui Coin, it was created around like New Year, and this thing was created in December. Who was actually talking about Sui in December? What was the chart of Sui in December? And the reason I like to buy into these things because these people who are creating these memes this early on these chains, they definitely have like right motives initially. So they definitely don't want to kind of like scam you because they're creating these memes and they are kind of supporting these memes probably out of different reasons. So yeah, September, this meme was created very, very close to the bottom of Sui. When Sui was 0.5 bucks, right? Only 2x larger than today. It was like how many months? 10 months ago? And you are saying altcoins are not dead, right? So this meme is one of the oldest ones And that's why I essentially bought it. And liquidity is the same as on Sui Coin, but I'm really considering actually swapping my FAT deposit into Sui Coin. Let's see what will be happening. I don't plan for these things to start to surge up quite soon, although it might be Sui season, because I saw some things on Twitter about like how Sui is making more transactions than Solana already and things like that. But yeah, this narrative might take some time to get picked up. Very nice organic price action as well, from the bottoms to the tops. Crazy percentages that are not even shown here, right? But yeah, it's probably just crazy in the first place. And I'm buying at the bottom as well. So I do like the chart. This chart looks very bullish to me. From my point of view, it's a classic liquidity inflow trade, very similar to airdrop trades. The reasoning here is a bit different. It's connected with the insights and with the fact that I think it's actually going to be the best pump and dump of this cycle. If you want to figure out how to form theses like this yourself, it's almost close to guaranteed money in this market. You would probably just have to freeze up your liquidity. You would probably just have to wait. If you want to figure this out, make sure to watch till the end. And if you actually agree with my picks and with my reasoning as well, let me know in the comments. To finalize the whole thing, we have a layer 1 project, which is based on new technology on Move with Asian team from Facebook. We have some engineers actually appreciating the development language and the product, the ecosystem in the first place. We have nice feedback from the market, from the user experience, how fast this thing is, how smooth and things like that. Influencers are talking about this thing from time to time. Some people in Memecoins, they actually packing the profits in Sui in the first place. It also raised $400 million. I have inside that it's a bubble in the first place, it's just a pump and dump. And they need to create liquidity to actually be able to take profits on the $400 million that they actually invested into the whole thing. Therefore, holders of Sui should be becoming richer once the ecosystem token will be pumping up. And I do expect Sui meme season to unleash at a certain stage as well, where I would be taking profits on my picks that I invested into. And this is, from my point of view, is the peak meme trading and investing in the first place. You buy something before liquidity inflows, you wait for the liquidity inflows, you take some profits and you assess the situation. Do you think that liquidity flow will continue, or will it halt for quite some time so your meme coin will go 80% down? Then, based on your assessment of the situation, you are making a decision on whether or not you plan to hold moving further, or you plan to exit the position fully and reposition into something else, or just take this money out of the market, because at some point of time we would also have to take our money out of the market as well. Thank you very much for watching this video. Let me know if you agree with my picks, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. See you. Bye bye.